Mr. Beast is making a theme park in Saudi Arabia. What? Can guys that are in a committed relationship like pictures of another woman? Honestly, I love it. I think they cooked with the new skate.
Baby, all my trust is breaking. Fresh out of my patience, playing with my heart, and I just don't know when to start, and you just don't know when to stop.
People who make shit, they're always gonna win. People who make shit themselves are always gonna win 10 out of 10 times. You know, being surrounded by people who work really hard forces you to work really hard. No one knows that yet, though, so that's an On Mars Pod exclusive. Hello, my fellow Martians. Today on Mars, I'm not even going to sugarcoat it, man. I've been busy as fuck. I've been pouring myself into a bunch of other things, busy every single day. My calendar's stacked. Honestly, I'm not putting as much into this as I wish I had the time to. So, that being said, I've had a lot of conversations recently, a lot of good guests coming on here. Not going to name drop. There's a couple good guests, a couple recurring guests, not recurring, but returning guests rather. And then, a few new ones. I got a duo coming on in December already blocked in. So there's a lot. There's a lot on the table. There's a lot in the horizon, all those buzzwords. That being said, today is a solo episode, okay? I'm so sorry. I'm terribly sorry. I don't know what to tell you. I got some stuff to say though. I want to talk about a couple things while we're here, while we're hanging. Well, I gotcha. Some questions I got, some topics I want to talk about, some things that have happened in life. Also, some shit that happened just yesterday that I want to talk about that because it's crazy. All right, first question: can guys that are in a committed relationship like pictures of another woman? Let me know. One more time. Can a guy that is in a committed relationship, we're talking, long-term, short-term, engaged, married, all the above. If you have a girlfriend, are you able, and I guess this is depending on the couple, are you able to like pictures of another girl? Oh, and another question that we can ponder here while we're on the topic, can a girl that is in a committed relationship like a photo of another guy? I don't know where I stand on this because I have some people in my life that are in committed relationships, but I also see them liking some lewd photos on the internet. And in my head, I'm like, I wonder if their partner knows. And if they do, is that okay? So let me know. Let me know in the comments. I'm not sure. Can a guy in a committed relationship like pictures of another girl? Let me know. All right. That's a question I just needed to ask because I don't know. I'm not in a committed relationship right now, so I'm just liking all the pictures I want with no consequences. All right. So on that note, I'm too fucking nice sometimes, guys. I don't know. That's just something that I wanted to say because recently, I started to realize that over the last, 10 years of my life, I've been one to say yes to a lot. I say yes. I love saying yes and figuring it out later. It's one of my favorite things to do in the world. Actually, me and Marcus, my homie Marcus, we've talked about that quite a bit. So if you've been following the pod for a little bit here, we like to say yes and figure it out later. I am about to be 31 years old, guys. That's a full-ass adult, and I don't have time to say yes to everything anymore. Sorry. So 31 years old, I'm about to start saying no a lot, respectfully. If I do make time, it's very important, and there's a lot of things in my life that I do make time for, and that this is one of them. So podcasting, music, video work, photo work, graphic design, all that stuff. I feel like that's what I want to do. I want to say yes to that. I want to say yes to my passions, yes to people that are excited about things that they're doing that I want to help with. Yeah, so I'm not going to say no to everything, obviously, but I'm just going to be a lot more reluctant to say yes. So if I do say yes and do some shit, um, just know I really care. So next thing, I'm just going to move through this stuff, guys. This is going to be a fast episode. Something I recently said yes to is an idea that I've had for a while, and it's streaming, guys. I've been telling myself I wanted to start streaming. I wasn't sure what it looked like. I wasn't sure what it felt like. I wasn't sure how to do it, really. And I wasn't even sure what I was going to stream. I had a couple videos in the past where I would set up like a little webcam situation, and then I was like producing music, and this was in like COVID times. I was like, I remember I remade Power Trip by J. Cole. And Miguel. I remade that beat, and I took a video of myself and I recorded my screen at the same time, so I was able to link them up in post. And that video back in the day, if I remember correctly, people liked it, and I don't know why I stopped. Probably just because I realized that it would be a lot more work than I had the time for at the time. But I'm back. I've officially started my Twitch. Twitch.tv/HarryMarsTV. Go ahead and hit it up. We're doing video game streams, we're doing music streams, and eventually I might even do a cooking stream. I'm in a situation where I built another brand, guys. I love building things up. I built up my own stuff. Harry Mars, I built up On Mars Pod, and now Harry Mars TV is my third avenue. So Harry Mars TV will be a place where everything else can live. So I have my music stuff that's specifically music and my personal life on Harry Mars. Podcast stuff on Mars Pod. Harry Mars TV, you never know what you're going to get. Maybe you see me playing Fortnite. Maybe you see me playing Skate. Maybe you see me playing Stardew Valley. On top of that, you might see me producing a song from scratch. You might see me mixing a song while I'm working on it poorly. And you might also see me make songs with other artists live on stream. Oh, and also, I have ideas to make a cooking stream eventually on Harry Mars. Maybe do some cooking shows with my boy Gunboy Kaz. Bink, right there. Or psh, bink, 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 wherever it's at. He's a really good chef, and it'd be really fun to just turn on the camera and just start streaming what we're making, and then make a video from it. I think it'd be cool. So if you wanna follow along, please go to twitch.tv/HarryMarsTV. Or if you want, you could just go to HarryMarsTV.com, and that'll take you directly to my Twitch. And also follow me on YouTube. YouTube.com/@HarryMarsTV or HarryMarsTV.com/YouTube. You know what it is. We only do things the right way. So on the note of streaming, I want to talk about Skate. Skate is the newest game by EA Games. One of the newest games. And if you're not familiar with Skate, Skate is a skateboarding game that came after Tony Hawk. Tony Hawk obviously is the GOAT of skateboarding games. Earliest, 1999, I think, is when it came out. And they ruled the early 2000s. And then in 2007, I think it was, Skate 1 came out by EA Games. And Skate changed everything, guys. Skate was one of the very first games that I remember going in on for hours and hours and hours and hours. Other than Call of Duty 4. Modern Warfare. But that game, Skate 1, man, I got that for a birthday present or a Christmas present, and I literally played it through the night. Like that was one of the first times I played a game through the night as a kid. Like stayed up all night drinking like Mountain Dews and shit. Like that's some dedication. And it changed my life. I mean, I'm a skateboarder. I grew up skateboarding. I loved skate culture. I bled skateboarding since I was 8 years old. So that game was everything to me. And I mean, obviously, I grew up playing Tony Hawk. So, but all that to say, skate really changed the game when it comes to skateboarding games and just sports games in that world as well. Because up until that point, the only sports games were traditional sports, really. You know, the extreme. That was my hands. I promise. It was the chair.
Please, sit.
It was the chair.
Yes, the chair.
No, so but the sports games, I mean, there was extreme sports games like motocross and ATV and stuff like that. And I feel like the intuitiveness of the game, though, the way that they made you flick the stick, it felt like real skateboarding. It felt realistic, kind of. So Skate 1 came out, Skate 2 came out, Skate 3 came out. I think Skate 3 came out in like 2009, maybe 2008. So shit, they might have came up with these games very fast. If I remember correctly, it must have been like 2007, 2008, 2009. Like boom, 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 straight back to back to back. But man, I feel like I was playing Skate 3 in 8th grade, which would have been 2008. We'll check the dates. Jamie, pull that up. But that being said, Skate 4, if you want to call it that, or the newest EA Skate, just came out officially started playtesting about a year and a half ago. But the official early access release is now available on PS5, Xbox, Steam, and all that stuff. And honestly, I love it. I think they cooked with the new Skate. I really do. I do think they cooked. It's kind of a controversial model when it comes to the free game with a bunch of microtransactions. I mean, they really just took a page out of the Epic Games Fortnite playbook, and that's fine. That's just where we're at in this day and age. You want to bring people in. The way you do that, you make the game free. And then you unlock stuff. You have to grind it. You either grind it or you pay for it. That's Fortnite. You either grind it and get some stuff unlocked here for free, or you just buy the battle pass and you just get all this shit. And you can also grind it with the battle pass. But that's the same thing they're doing with Skate, guys. It's insane. They really killed it. And the social aspect about it, I'm playing a lot with the homies Gibson, Tyler, got Danny on it over there playing it actually right now in the other room. Our homie ISO, homie Kyron. There's just so many people. John Coffey, John, been on the pod a couple times. He's playing with us. Man, we're having great times, man. But it's one of those things though. Like, I was expecting it to be bad. I really was. I was expecting it to be not good. And I was hoping that it would be. And I'll be honest, I'm so glad that it is, because this game, they did it again, guys. They cooked, and it's only going to get better. They have this new model of they can just basically update the game whenever, and then you just shoot it through, and then you just get a new version of the game. So they're going to be updating, content. They're going to be updating missions, probably updating cities and stuff like that. So yeah, if you're not already on it, get on it. Add me. Today's episode is sponsored by Lantern Coffee, based out of my hometown, Grand Rapids, Michigan. If you're still sipping on that gas station coffee, this is your sign to get your life together. Lantern does coffee the right way. whole beans, small batch, straight from the source. I personally get 2 bags a month myself. It's what fuels us here every day on Mars. If you want to taste what I'm talking about, go to lanterncoffee.com, use promo code ONMARS for 20% off of your first order. That's lanterncoffee.com, use promo code ONMARS, 20% off your first order. Treat yourself, because friends don't let friends drink bad coffee. Let's get back to the show. Wow, what a great ad. I love that ad a lot. I shot that with my homie Danny, and you know Danny. He's been on the pod a few times. But that ad is only the first one. My boy, Pat Harney, hit me up after being gone for a pretty long time over the past year. He's been, out and about doing a bunch of jobs, and he's back for a few months. And he said, "Hey, I'm trying to cook." And when he says cook, I know exactly what he means. He's trying to film something fire. He's trying to make a movie. And I said, okay. I got an idea, Pat. Let's take our boy John's new bags from Lantern Coffee and make him an ad. Hey, you know what Pat said? He said, fuck yeah. He said, fuck yeah, let's do it. So we sat down, maybe 2 hours, came up with an entire story, came up with a whole thing, and just that shot list, boom. So we get there to shoot this thing, and oh my gosh, I love when shit goes exactly as planned, guys. It's like, it just ended up being one of the best cinematic experiences I've ever been a part of, and I cannot wait until you see it, because these guys at Lantern are gonna get their socks blown off when they see this thing. And Pat, I mean, this is another day in the office for my guy Pat. So I'm just thankful for his friendship and his talented ass brain to communicate with me on a certain level, because I go, my ADHD brain is all over the place all the time. So it's really nice to be able to communicate with someone on that level. And Pat is one of those guys. He only does things at a high level, and that's something that I can appreciate and that I respect. And I only like to do things at a high level. So, hey, here we are. We're cooking, guys. I really, really cannot wait until you guys see that episode, or that commercial. So, I'm assuming it'll probably be out in January. I'm gonna post it on Instagram. I'm gonna put it in these episodes as well. So I'll probably do like alternating, like not 2 Lantern ads in one thing, but every other episode will have the other one. So, and we'll see. I mean, this first Lantern commercial that you just saw, that was their old bags though too. So we might have to retire that one, but it's that one will always play or have a special place in my heart, because that was the first like real commercial for the first sponsor that we ever had for this podcast. So thank you to Lantern, thank you to Pat, and I can't wait until you guys see it. So yeah, enough about that. I don't want to give out too much, but if you're following me on Instagram, you already saw some sneak peeks on my story. But yeah, just know it's gonna be amazing. And yeah, this is just first of many, guys. We are gonna shoot so many things. And I was telling Pat the other day, I was like, dude, I can't wait till we're, few years from now, fucking sitting on set on a movie and just like, this is what we do, and it was just like an average Wednesday. We shot for like 6-7 hours, maybe even close to 8. I think, no, it was like 6.5 hours with like a 30-minute burrito break. But man, it was so fun though. And it's like, it didn't even feel like 6-7 hours, 6-7. But for real though, it did not feel like that long. And that's how you know you really love what you do, when you do it and it doesn't feel like you're spending any time. Like, for real. It's just, that's how I know I am passionate about something, when I can do it without even worrying about how long it's been. And it's funny because sometimes Pat's just like, oh man, thank you so much. Sorry, it's but I'm like, dude, I love this. This is fun to me. So no apology. This is exactly what I love to do. I'm so grateful to be here. So it's just, I'm thankful for talented people around me. I want to talk about something else that's new coming out soon here. And this one, I was reluctant to put it on this podcast episode because I really don't know how I want to do this yet. But I'm just going to say it. I have new music coming, guys. And if you've been watching the podcast, you know this. You know I have new music coming. And you know that I have a lot of songs done. And you know, maybe, that I also have some pretty big features that are going to be on this next release cycle. But I do feel that there's one specific song that is really sticking out to me. And I posted it on my story not that long ago, and I did get quite a bit of engagement. I'm not even going to lie. So I just want to play a little snippet, if that's okay.
Never take a load off me. Only wanna try me lately. Even in the passenger seat, you always wanna drive me crazy. You take your time, but you only wanna waste mine. Won't take your call. Girl, you drive me up the wall, so don't blame me when I fall. Got me going through withdrawals, and the drugs don't help at all. Baby, all my trust is breaking. Fresh out of my patience, playing with my heart, and I just don't know when to start, and you just don't know when to stop. Said that you could never be done.
Hey, okay. That's all we're going to give you guys because I'm so excited about that song. And let me just give it up, man, because I'm so stoked on the future of this music. My homie Tony, 22, came in and helped me on the lyrics on those verses and the hook. Man, it turned out so fucking cool. And that was one of those songs where I really locked in and I made that out of nowhere. And then the bridge came to me, and the whole song feels like a journey. And it's called Patience. And I really do feel like that song is one of my favorite songs I've ever written of all time. And that's relative because it's always like that. It's like whenever you make something new, it's usually the thing that you're most excited about. But if that's not what's happening, then you might be regressing. So as long as you're loving everything that you come out with more and more than the last, then that means you're getting better at what you do. But that being said, that's the new song. So I'm so excited to show that music off and record some stuff. And speaking of Pat, he's actually going to be filming a music video with me for that one as well. No one knows that yet, though. So that's an On Mars Pod exclusive. Yeah, man. So fuck yeah. New music on the way. Hey, Martians, real quick. I appreciate you taking the time to listen or watch wherever you are in the world. Over the last few months, the Martian family has grown so much. I could not be more thankful for all of my guests and every single one of you who continue to tune in every single week. Subscribers, ratings, likes, and comments all help us grow here on Mars. And it would mean the world. If you haven't already, please go to onmarspod.com/subscribe to subscribe on YouTube. Like and leave a comment, rate us on Spotify. All this good stuff helps keep the engine running to inspire Martians all over the world. P.S. Follow us on Instagram @OnMarsPod. Okay, let's get back to it. God damn, that's good. So the next thing I want to talk about, we talked about it on an episode with Marcus one time, and it was the AI channel called Almost Real. And Almost Real is an AI-generated music channel that since has been deleted and defunct, which personally I am so excited about because, let me explain. Almost Real was an AI generated music channel that would take songs and make 1940s through 1980s versions of songs. And then they would upload them on YouTube with some AI generated image of like 50 Cent looking like he's from the 40s. And then they'd post it on YouTube and get hundreds of thousands of plays, if not millions. Within a week, of creating the channel. They were buzzing like that. So obviously, this struck a nerve with some people, which honestly, it was bound to happen. So who the fuck collects royalties on that? How? How do you split royalties on something that's AI generated using likenesses of other people and lyrics and other melodies? And that's where the gray area is, guys. So it's important that they shut that thing down because they don't know if it's legal yet. And honestly, it's probably not. I really do feel like there was some copyright infringement going on in that, and no one saw it as such because it was a new AI generation. So technically, it was a new creation. But that's not what it is, guys. That's not coming from someone's brain, coming from a fucking program. So it doesn't count, guys. It doesn't fucking count. That music doesn't count. So I'm happy that they fucking deleted that shit because, and also I'm swearing a little bit more. I'm gonna bleep those. Sorry, mom. I swear, if we would have had that thing keep going, there would be 15 other channels doing the same thing. And honestly, there's still like 15 other channels trying to do the same thing, except they're not shut down yet. So I do have to say, this is a win for the music community, though. This is a huge win for the entertainment world because now people are starting to realize AI is one, corny when it comes to creation like that. They don't have good ideas necessarily, so they do need a human input to put into it. So sometimes when you see some things that are AI generated, people immediately say, "Fuck that. That's corny." Da 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 da. I love that people are starting to think AI generated stuff is corny because that means that the power is going to still be in the hands of creative individuals, and that's what should happen because people who make shit, they're always going to win. People who make shit themselves are always going to win 10 out of 10 times. And I don't care what you have to say about that because honestly, AI can only go as far as humans can take it. So you're still going to need someone that knows what the fuck they're doing behind that thing to be able to run it. And I don't know. I feel like in this world that we live in, people are going to start hating on AI before they start embracing it because of the fact that it's seen as a cheat code. And there's been a couple artists that have been AI generated artists that top charts on Billboard and other huge talented acts and recording artists came out basically in unsupport, I guess, like to not support the movement and actually in opposition to anything that's being done with AI. So it's like we're talking the Timbaland thing, Timbaland, and those types of people. And there's actually another person. Well, I would just say, okay, Timbaland made an artist who's AI generated. Okay, he was one of the first ones to kind of break the internet with the shit. Cool, whatever. But that kind of opened the floodgates because what happened is other no-name producers started doing the same thing. So I don't know what the artist's name is, and I'm not even going to look it up because I don't care. Fuck that artist. The artist was an AI-generated artist who ended up charting on a Billboard chart. I don't know if you guys don't know what that means. That's sometimes one of the biggest achievements of any artist's career. So the fact that an AI-generated artist was able to do it within months of being a thing is a slap in the face to people who put 10 years plus into their craft to hone in and try to get on that spot. So I do feel like that was a step in the wrong direction. And I think the industry took notice. So I hope and pray that people that are in the industry will continue to be outspoken about it because those are the people that are going to make change. People that are speaking out against that type of shit. We shouldn't be faking things. We shouldn't be cheating. We should be making shit from our brains and because we love to do it with our real passions, not to try to like get a bunch of monthly listeners just so we can get a check off of fucking AI. Like that's so bullshit. Like, so if you're making AI generated music and trying to make money off of it, fuck you. You suck. Learn how to play instruments, bitch. So that being said, I keep saying that, but I'm just moving this along. I'm just moving this along. So the next thing I want to talk about is the circle of people I have around me, man. It's undeniable. We're freaking crazy. Like that, people around me are crazy, dude. It's like, it's insane. We don't live normal lives, and I'm blessed to say that I have some of the most talented friends in the world, I feel like. And obviously the friend group is just growing and growing and growing and growing. But the people that we have around us, people that have been on this podcast, people that we hang out with on a regular basis are just all so passionate about what they do. They're talented people. They collaborate well, and I'm just so thankful from video to music to I mean, honestly, those two, like, just entertainment in general. I mean, I got my homie Malik, dude. We're fucking working on this new animated short that's just so good, dude. And I told him I don't want to give out any details about it because I signed an NDA. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't sign an NDA, but I just, out of respect for him and his work, I don't want to put it out there yet. But just know, man, that this short is so funny, man. I told him straight up because we sat down and we did a voice recording session because I'm one of the characters. And we recorded for like 2 hours and we're talking about it, going through the script and everything like that with the animatic. And I told him, dude, this has potential to be a series for real. It's like that main character is so likable and the writing is insane. And I feel like this has abilities to branch off into something bigger. So this very well may be the pilot episode to a new series in development right now. So again, just shout out to all the friends around me and all the people that inspire me to be better at what I do. And I think, being surrounded by people who work really hard forces you to work really hard. And that's something that I couldn't ask for anybody else, better, any other people to be in my on my side to, help me stay inspired. Because all I got to do is just look outside my door, it's like every single day. And just, So, and I love that they also support the things that I do by, coming on my podcast and making music with me. And, like Pat, like shooting videos with me. And I'm so blessed and I'm thankful. So I just wanted to bring that up and shout out to all my homies and thank you to anyone that's been on this podcast. I mean, this is episode 90, which is crazy. 90 episodes, what the heck? But so it would be remiss of me to not thank everyone that has helped me get to this point because I wouldn't be able to do it without you guys. I love you. All right. So the last thing on this episode, and again, I told you, this is going to be a quick one, guys. This is fast. I mean, this is like on your way to work in the morning, throw it on while you're cooking dinner, while you're making breakfast, while you're eating lunch, all the meals. Listen to this, watch this while you're eating. Hey, why not? Anyways, the last thing I want to talk about here, Mr. Beast just announced he will be making a amusement park in Saudi Arabia. Let me say that one more time. Mr. Beast is making a theme park in Saudi Arabia. What? In the same place that comedians in the United States were invited to and got blasted for. I don't know if you guys remember this. If you've watched the comedy world, if you see what's going on, there were multiple high profile comedians that were invited out to Riyadh for a festival, the Riyadh Comedy Festival or whatever the fuck it was, and they got a bag, guys. They got a big bag.
I just, I get the routing and then I see the number and I go, I'll go.
Okay.
Yeah,
To go out there. And if you're not familiar, Saudi Arabia is known for its total disregard of human rights. And that's, kind of a big deal. There will be people going to Saudi Arabia for Mr. Beast to go to Beastland. What? What's crazy to me about this whole thing is that it's in fucking Saudi Arabia, guys. 90% of Mr. Beast's audience will not be attending Beastland, guys. This is some of the highest elites that will be going there, guys. I mean, and no one's saying anything. I mean, not yet, at least. I'm sure the comments are going insane still, because when I looked at the comments under his post, they were pretty insane. So I'm sure that, people are going to start talking a little bit more, but I feel like I'm seeing a little bit more support for this than I saw for comedians going to Riyadh, which neither here nor there, but let me just say, kind of fucked up, because it is the same fucking thing. I know, Jimmy, Mr. Beast, you got a bag. Hey, get your money, brother. But hey, also understand that you are supporting a government that doesn't have any regard for human rights, and that's just saying it like it is. And hey, to each their own. I will not be attending Beastland, 100% not. Obviously, I probably will never go to Saudi Arabia in my life. I have no desire to go to Riyadh. I have no desire to be in that part of the world, to be frank. It's hard to see it from this side and see all the criticism that is happening, and people are still just taking the money, and it just feels like selling out is just normal now, even if it's for a country that yeah, I don't even gotta say it anymore. But anyways, Mr. Beast, what are you doing, man? You just, I guess, just inspire the kids to do what they love to do. Oh man, it sucks. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm just ranting about it. Maybe I'm just thinking about it too hard, but I always thought that Mr. Beast was one for human rights. And I always thought that Mr. Beast was one to like support, I don't know, positive shit. And this doesn't seem very positive, Riyadh. But hey, that's it, man. I don't really have too much here. That's really, I guess one thing I want to read is something that was on the terms and conditions of going to this place. This was a rule. So it says, so this is something you have to follow. Adherence to the rules of public taste in line with the culture, values, and tradition of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. What? How the fuck are people in America supposed to know what did that say? The culture, values, and traditions of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. No one's going to know. So I do feel like there's going to be, it's going to be crazy. And also, obviously, there's no vaping at all. So if you're caught with an e-cigarette out there, you're going to Saudi Arabia jail. And good luck getting a pardon. So that being said, that's another episode of the On Mars Pod, guys. Oh, shit. God damn. That being said, there's... my fellow Martians, that's another episode of the On Mars Pod, episode 90. It's been a solo episode. Thanks for hanging. Thanks for chilling. Thanks for listening. Go follow and subscribe. Go to onmarspod.com, at onmarspod on Instagram. And please, pretty please, go follow the Twitch, man. Twitch.tv/HarryMarsTV, or go to HarryMarsTV.com. We love you guys so much. We'll see you next time on Mars. Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in and watching this episode of the On Mars Pod, and for sticking around to the end, man. I really appreciate you guys. You are the real Martians. Like this video, comment below what your favorite part was, what was most inspiring to you. Subscribe to the channel, hit that bell for notifications here on future interviews coming out soon, and also follow us on Instagram at On Mars Pod. Love you guys so much. We will see you next time on Mars.